folks, today we are going to be making Cajun Fettuccini Alfredo. I'm going to take a second and talk you through the ingredients and then we will get started cooking. I bought a fresh pasta, which you can find at almost all the grocery stores now. Dry pasta also works. Got a white wine. This isn't a white wine that you have to spend a bunch of money on. As long as it's not cooking wine, you're good to go. This bottle here was $4. There's no need to spend a bunch of money on wine that you're just going to be cooking with. Heavy whipping cream, Louisiana hot sauce or your favorite hot sauce, garlic in any form. It could be fresh garlic, it could be this jarred garlic, Old Bay seasoning, the most important seasoning of all, salt. On the plate, I've got sausage. This is a Louisiana smoked hot sausage. You can use any kind of sausage you like. Right above that, I've got smoked chicken. Shrimp would also work well, or just even sauteed chicken. I happened to use my smoker for the first time not too long ago and did smoked chicken and it came out fantastic. This is what I had, this is what I'm using. Mushrooms, it could be mushrooms of your choice. I'm personally a fan of these. I've got butter, roasted red peppers, and sun-dried tomatoes. Alright, so now that we've got our mise en place in order, which by far is the most important thing, I can't stress that enough. I'm just gonna kind of talk you through what's going on. I said talk like I'm actually here talking to somebody, man. I guess I know what some of y'all feel like in people's inboxes. So anyways, because it's weird like talking to a camera but nobody's here. But anyways, hot water for your pasta. Salt your water. Throw some salt in it. We've got a hot cast iron skillet. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some oil and I'm gonna add some butter, which I've been shooting so long my butter melted and fell over. But the reason I add the butter and the oil, the butter's gonna add that flavor, and then the oil is gonna stop the butter from burning. So then after that, we're going to go ahead and add the sausage and the mushrooms, cook it up, get some color on it, make it real nice and sexy. Then I will add the garlic. At that point, you want to kind of keep an eye on it. Once it starts to turn brown, before it turns black. When it's brown, you're going to take your white wine and we're going to deglaze, which is just a fancy word in this case for adding wine in there to get all the brown flavorful bits up off the bottom. And it's also going to add moisture and stop your garlic from cooking so it doesn't burn. Then after that, we can add the roasted red peppers. We can add the tomatoes, throw the cream in there, let it cook down, let it reduce, get real nice and sexy. Adjust the seasonings, and then we'll put the pasta together. And you and I will take this journey through this finished product here. It's gonna be real nice and sexy. So you fellas, take notes. Trust me, you make this for your woman. I'm not responsible for any babies that are born after that. I'm just saying. If you've got everything added in there and you turn the temperature down and let it simmer a little bit, this is what you're left with. What we'll go ahead and do is we will add a little bit of Parmesan cheese just because it's traditional, and then also it's going to kind of tighten your sauce up a little bit. I recommend the grated Parmesan. Nothing wrong with it. The shredded Parmesan, once you add it in there, it doesn't melt like it should, and it'll give your Alfredo sauce like kind of a lumpy, weird texture. And nobody likes lumpy and weird. I don't know, but there's some of y'all weirdos out there that like lumpy and weird, but as far as Alfredo sauce, that's a no-go. So we'll go ahead and add the Parmesan. And what you'll see that do is you'll see it kind of tighten and thicken it up. Add it in there. Go ahead and give it a little stir. Get it to the consistency that you want your Alfredo sauce to be. If you want it a little bit more on the thinner side, don't add the Parmesan. If you want it a little bit more on the thicker side, add your Parmesan. Just keep in mind that the noodles, when you add the fettuccine, it's gonna have some residual water on it, so your sauce is going to be a little bit thinner than what you envision. This right here, for me, for Alfredo sauce, that's acceptable for me. That's what I like. So we'll go ahead and get to this plate up and show you the final product.